Hello, I'm Irene Jasper with Jasper Moves. Welcome. Today we are focusing on the head, neck, and shoulders. Other areas will be involved, but that's our focus point for releasing tension and increasing flexibility. Because we sit a lot, drive a lot, hunch over a lot, then we get all of this tension. We're also holding up this gigantic bowling ball of a head, and that causes a lot of tension, especially when we aren't holding it in a position where it can easily be supported. So if you tend to have your head out here, you can imagine the strain that gets developed. So what I like to encourage people for right off of the bat is looking at your posture. If you need to have somebody look from your side and see how you're carrying your head. What I do is get people to take the heel of your hand, put it right at the bridge of your nose, extend your middle finger up to the top center of your head, and that's your plumb line. So this is a line we're going to imagine we're extending up into the heavens, and we are simply relaxing down from that, the rest of your body. So that will help you at least come in touch with the concept of better posturing that is led from the top, and then you're going to breathe better. You're also going to be creating less tension. If we're going to do the work to release it, it'd be nice to not continuously recreate it. So loosening up the head, nice open stance, or you can do most of these in a seated position. But let's start out just with chin up and toward your chest. Just gradually loosening up your neck. And then lengthening up through the top of the head again. I'm looking over each shoulder. Again, we're just loosening up the neck initially. If you have any neck problems, go very slowly. If anything hurts, discontinue it. The other part is you can add the hands. So I'm engaging my shoulders, my back, my neck, also a little bit of my balance, and right back at center. If we're doing arm swings, you're lengthening the arms, you're releasing tension out of the hands, the elbows, the shoulders, and that's also reaching up into these areas that connect in with the neck. So the next part is bringing the chin down toward your chest and drawing a U in the air with your chin. If you have any balance issues, that's where this would be handy to do in a seated position, so you won't have to be taxing your balance. We start and end right at the center point. Okay? The next part, we're going to bring the hands up, lacing the fingers, and bringing 2 fingers to a tip. I've got a nice open stance here. And I'm going to point up as far as you can comfortably, keeping the elbows pretty close to your ears. I'm going to sway around in a circle. I've engaged my stomach area. I'm still breathing, so I've engaged my core. So I'm trying to get a little bit of rotation here. I don't have to go very far. We'll switch directions at center in the front. So I'm keeping my head in line with my arms and going very slowly, coming back to the center point before you drop your arms. If you ever feel tension in your shoulders while we're doing this, just stop, release it again, because we might be doing some strengthening and stretching, but we don't want to create muscle spasms, especially if you've had any past irritations or injuries. The next part for loosening up the shoulders is really, you can engage your core, use your whole body, you might as well. I'm going to let this hand drop to the back and reach down toward the back and bring the arm all the way across and all the way out. Again, dropping that back hand. I'm pushing down on my heels for stability, and see if you can follow your fingertips with your vision. That will add to the neck stretch, but it'll also help develop your balance. So I'm just slow, even breath, and back at center. Let's do some shoulder rolls. You can start or end with shoulder rolls. If you only have a couple of minutes, do some shoulder rolls both directions. So I'm doing opposing shoulders. So they're moving in separate directions to get that pull between your shoulders to loosen that area up. The other thing is raising one shoulder, lowering the other shoulder. So I'm doing a little bit of a counter pull. You don't have to go far to get them warmed up, and then you can go a little further as you feel more flexible. The next part of this is bringing your head down in, shoulders up, and then elongating and lifting the head up, dropping the hands and the shoulders. So again, I pull the tension and then I'm releasing the tension. We're just going to do one more of those and let that relax. So rounding, you can use the breath with this. So I'm going to exhale and round, pull in your tummy and round your shoulders and your head as far as you can comfortably. And then I'm going to open my chest, bring my elbows back. Right here, I'm trying to bring the elbows toward each other and then pushing down. So it's kind of a modified shoulder roll. So I'm exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, pushing down. Exhaling a little further. So we're emptying the lungs. Inhaling, bringing the elbows back, pushing, releasing the breath, pushing it all the way out, rounding, inhaling, and exhaling. If we're doing full deep breaths like that, we're usually only doing 3 or 4. No sense in getting hyperventilated. So you can do more reps of that if you just slow the breath. It's not a really deep oxygenating kind of breath. But we're pushing that old air out so you'll have greater lung capacity when you inhale. Let's just end with shaking all of the tension out of the shoulders. And one final move, I'm bringing the hand back. I'm clasping with the opposite hand at the wrist point. And I'm stretching, bringing the head forward, and a very slow roll to the side, back to center, releasing and switching the hands with a very small circle. So releasing the tension is helpful, but we have that dynamic tension where we're lifting up, rolling the neck in the opposite direction, back to center and switching hands. So we're getting both sides of the neck. Back at center, just loosening up the arms. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.